Chances are you have heard the term GLP-1. It is a term linked to weight loss, but what is it? Is there any science behind the buzz, and what does that mean for you, for your health? To understand GLP-1, you need to first understand your digestive system. When you eat, chemical messengers or hormones send signals to your brain that are telling your digestive system what to do next. Glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1, is one of those important hormones. Your body naturally makes it on its own. Its job is to tell your pancreas to produce insulin, helping to balance blood sugar. And another one of its jobs is to tell your stomach to slow down the rate that you are digesting food. Both of these signal to your brain that you're full, that you no longer need to eat, that your cravings have been satisfied. And when your body is making enough GLP-1, the system is in balance. You don't feel the need to overeat, and it's easier to maintain a healthy weight. Like a lot of things in our body, GLP-1 production slows down. This is due to a variety of factors, things like age, environment, stress, what you eat. All of these negatively impact GLP-1 production. And when that hormone isn't at optimal levels, your metabolism will slow down and you're going to tend to eat more because your brain isn't getting the message that you are full. And we all know what comes next: uncontrolled cravings, weight gain, and other health concerns. But there is something you can do about it. Some turn to synthetic GLP-1 options, but there are naturally derived ingredients that work synergistically that you can take to help your body make GLP-1. These ingredients work with your unique biology to support its own ability to make GLP-1. Now, this is not an overnight process or magic pill, and it's going to take some time. But the advantage of this approach is that it's gentler on your body, more sustainable, and is less likely to have unwanted side effects. Now let's take a look at how these ingredients work. It all begins in the colon, which is lined with specialized L cells. L cells produce and release GLP-1 in response to the presence of nutrients, especially fats and carbohydrates. Now, while GLP-1 is being made in L cells in the colon, additional hunger hormones are also being released from other parts of the gut, and they're all working along the gut-brain axis to influence how hungry or full you feel. The gut-brain axis is a two-way communication network that connects the gastrointestinal tract and the central nervous system. It plays a critical role in regulating physiological processes such as digestion, mood, immune response, and energy balance. It's important to have that strong and healthy communication between the two. So how can that be done? Let's go back to this GLP-1 activation process again, this time in a little bit more detail. There are two synergistic blends of naturally derived ingredients that, as you take them, travel throughout the intestinal tract and ultimately reach the colon, which is where the L cells are. And these ingredient blends act in different ways to increase GLP-1. The first blend of ingredients is made up of a specific type of yeast, acacia, citrus bioflavonoids, eggplant, and cinnamon extracts. Together, these ingredients have been shown to go right to the source and directly activate L cells to produce GLP-1. This direct activation is a breakthrough discovery and a key differentiator. Inferior ingredient blends may have one or two of these ingredients, but in the case of the 5 ingredients in this direct GLP-1 activation blend, every single ingredient is necessary to ensure ignition of the entire GLP-1 pathway. A secondary blend of ingredients, which we'll call the indirect GLP-1 activation blend, creates the optimal environment for that first direct GLP-1 activation blend to do its work. This blend is made up of ingredients like resistant starches, fruit juice powders, and kombucha, all ingredients that feed the microbiome, including organisms like Akkermansia. These organisms are important because they produce short-chain fatty acids such as butyrate, which travel to the L cells and stimulate GLP-1 production. The 2 ingredient blends work synergistically to activate and amplify key genes in the GLP-1 pathway. Basically, the ingredient blends target multiple parts of the pathway to ensure optimal GLP-1 production and activity. One of the first genes activated is GCG that directs the production of proglucagon, a precursor protein for GLP-1. After proglucagon is made, it is broken down into smaller pieces and becomes active. GLP-1 is then transported outside the cell to reach its target. However, as it circulates throughout the body, there is an enzyme, dipeptidyl peptidase 4, or DPP4, that breaks down some GLP-1 before it can reach its receptor. When you have too much DPP4 floating around in your body, you're out of balance and not getting the full benefits of all the GLP-1 that is being produced. So, to truly activate GLP-1 and allow it to stay active, you need less DPP4. And good news, these synergistic ingredient blends provide a solution for that too. When the two ingredient blends are used together, DPP4 gene expression is reduced considerably. So not only are you making GLP-1, you are also maintaining more GLP-1 to boost its impact. The ingredient blends also help to activate more receptors for GLP-1 to bind to by activating the GLP-1R gene. Ultimately, all this adds up to more GLP-1 and more GLP-1 activity. And as GLP-1 increases and gradually reaches more optimal levels, it helps your pancreas control your blood glucose even better, your stomach slow down digestion so you need to eat less, and your brain to get more signals that you're full and cravings are satisfied. There are so many ways making and maintaining GLP-1 helps with weight loss. It moderates appetite, prolongs the feeling of fullness, and regulates reward pathways to cut down cravings. It also improves impulse control by reducing food-related dopamine release, or in other words, it quiets food noise. But GLP-1 doesn't work alone. Numerous hormones and neuropeptides partner with GLP-1 via the gut-brain axis to optimize communication. These ingredient blends, they help with that too, because they've been shown to significantly upregulate PPY and PYY, two genes that help your body create more neuropeptides that are needed to carry those messages. Your biology and your lifestyle are unique, so it may take a month or two for your body to start restoring a better balance on the inside. And you need to support this process by making smart lifestyle changes at the same time you start incorporating these GLP-1 activation blends. That is crucial. The impact of GLP-1 activation isn't just limited to weight management. GLP-1 also helps regulate blood sugar, protects your heart and brain, and helps improve the health of your gut, liver, and kidneys. And that's just to name a few. So in addition to feeling more confident in how your body looks and feels, increasing GLP-1 can also have wide-ranging benefits for your overall wellness. And all of these benefits improve with consistent long-term GLP-1 activation. The science of activating GLP-1 with these two synergistic blends of naturally derived ingredients is an exciting discovery. Start your activation transformation today for a safe and sustainable approach for managing your weight and your long-term wellness.